Hello Ron, I'm the Mole Man and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh yes, it is here and we're going to go for a little bit of a fly today. It's going to be interesting. Disclaimer at the very beginning, I am not the best pilot in the world. We're just going for a flight just to see how it goes. I've had a bit of practice, I've done the tutorials and just explored some random areas, but we're going to try a flight today. So let's get ourselves in. Look at this. It's absolutely wonderful. Let's get the cursor out of the way there. We don't want the cursor in the way. Look at this. So we are at Rochester. We are at Rochester. And we're going to be flying down the Medway Valley. That is what we're going to be doing. It should hopefully go well. So we've got some flaps, which is good. So we'll just parking brake off. And we'll just go. Not going to worry about ATC or anything like that. We're just going to do a VFR flight down the Medway Valley and a little bit further beyond as well. Now, I'm not using live weather or live time because it is currently blowing a gale outside. There is a storm and I do not want to try and fly in a storm. Was it Storm Ellen or something? I do not want to try and fly in that, so we are not bothering with that. Help if I put full throttle down, wouldn't it? That's it. And up we go. Excellent. Bring the flaps up. And we are airborne. This is Rochester. And my goodness, does that look accurate? I haven't actually flown around the local area yet, so this is rather exciting. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. So the Medway's right in front of us. We're essentially going to follow the Medway down. So we'll fly roughly runway heading here for a little while. I've drifted off a little bit. I don't really care. So we'll do this, turn around and follow the River Medway down and just see what we can see. This is really spooky because I know this place and that industrial estate is over there. Is actually over there, and there's the bridges. That's the M2. Oh my goodness, that's where High Speed 1 goes over the Medway. Ah, this is going to be good fun. It's going to be good fun. Right. So first things first, we need to actually get ourselves into a bit of a stable flight here. I haven't really set any specific sort of altitude that we're going to stick to. There's the Rochester bridges there. Can see the Chatham main line. Rochester Station's down there. It's in 2D, but Rochester Station is down there. Oh my goodness. Right, let's reset the camera there. So we're still climbing slightly. What we're going to do is we're just going to swing around above the Medway area and turn around and run down the valley. It should be good fun. It should be good fun. Let's just start the turn now and see what happens. There we go. There's the Medway. That's really weird. That's really weird. Oh, but I love it. Oh, but I love it. I had to do I just had to, my first video had to be flying down the Medway Valley. It just had to be. There was no way. It wasn't going to be this. So, there we go, there's the river. Level ourselves out. Try and get the nose back down to some sort of level attitude. No, it wants to go up. Come on, trim. Come on, trim. Come on, trim. No, come on, trim. See, I told you I'm not the best pilot in the world. But there's Strood. There's Strood. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is literally amazing. I'm not flying very well. Come on, trim. Trim down. Trim down. That's good enough. We can just sort of fan it here. But yeah, we go, starting down the Medway Valley. So that's Strood Station down there. Because it uses satellite imagery, of course, so it does look very accurate. So yeah, we're just gonna have a flight down the Medway Valley. Can we stop climbing, please? I don't want to go too high. I won't be able to see what see the scenery. That's it. That'll do. Falling a little bit. That's okay. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So about to go over High Speed 1. It looks like the High Speed 1 bridge isn't actually there, but that's okay. That's okay. High Speed 1 definitely is though. You can see it on the satellite imagery. Let's say that's the Medway Valley line right beneath us. That's Diggerland, just underneath our plane right now. And Cineworld is that big building we're just going over. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Just trying to keep ourselves flying level here. It's absolutely ridiculous. So Cuxton's down there. Yep. This is a lot quicker to do it by aircraft than it is by train. Definitely a lot quicker. So you know, this would take an hour in a train. This flight's probably going to take us 17 minutes, and we're going even further than the Medway Valley. So this shouldn't take very long at all. But this looks so good. I've been blown away with what I've seen so far in terms of other places I've flown. I'd have to check the logbook to see where I've actually flown, but it's been quite a few places that it has. So I just keep following the river here, go over Horling, and sort of a bit more of a built-up area. That will be Snodland, sort of the first built-up town on the valley. So that's kind of cool. Outside, I've got to keep looking outside. It's just ridiculous. Look at this. My goodness. Absolutely beautiful. We're practically flying dead level right now. My vertical speed's minimum going down. We can fix that relatively easily. I've gone down these roads so many times. As a passenger, I dare not try and drive something with other people on the roads. That would be terrifying. But that's the new bridge. That was a new bridge that was built only a few years ago, and that's in there. That's cool. And somewhere underneath, yeah, that roundabout under there has actually got a piece of railway underneath it, which is kind of strange. It's not connected to anything, but if you look on maps, particularly, it's better to see it on Google Maps. There's definitely a bit of railway under that roundabout there. This is just freaky. It's just freaky. It really is. Relatively recent. It's got the refurbished Snodland Station in there. I can see the Snodland Station building. That is freaky. That is freaky. Anyway, let's turn. So we're actually following the Medway Valley line here. Falling a little bit. That's it. So next will be New Hive. And due to the storm that's happened today, it actually blew a tree over right underneath where we are now, and a train hit it. Seems like everyone was okay, which is good, but that happened today. It's one of those days when you're glad you're working from home, you know. Uh-oh, I see trees on the Medway Valley line. Oh no, it's all too real. It's all too real. In reality, a lot of the industry that we're flying over now on the right has actually been demolished, so that's probably, you can see it's how it's sort of half smashed up. But a side-by-side comparison with the Medway Valley line, this looks pretty darn good. Let's look at it. Sharp turn as we go through Aylesford. How's that looking from in here? It's looking very good. It's looking very good. As I say, I'm spending a lot of time outside, but it's got to be done for this one. It really has. It really has. So we've got, that's the M20 motorway that is underneath us there. God, it's just too real. It's too real. It's unbelievable. Maidstone's not far away. That's sort of the big mass on the top right there. Big massive buildings. Look at this. It's not really much of a valley, is it? You can see the slight hill on that side, the slight hill on that side. Trust me, from down on the ground, these hills look a lot taller. From down here it looks a little bit insignificant, but it's okay. Yep, that's the M20. That'll be junction 5. That's junction 5 of the M20, I believe, for Maidstone. I think it's junction 5. It might actually be junction 6. That's junction 6. Yeah, that's junction 6. Okay. Alright, let's turn a bit more. Fly over Maidstone. Try and keep our V speed so we don't fall out the sky. Look at that. I should get some drone cam in a minute. Trouble is then you can't actually fly the plane. I'm not facing the right way! There we go. Climbing a little bit there. Got to spend some time in here as well. But my goodness, this is just unbelievable. I knew this video would just turn into 20 minutes of me going, this is unbelievable. And that it did. That it did. Right, so there's Maidstone West. That's it, yep. Which is looking rather cool. Follow the so that's the first half of the Medway Valley done. Now I'm going to head towards sort of Paddock Woods and Tunbridge. The line seems to be hidden under some trees here, but it's okay. That's it. Let's keep it steady flying there. So East Farley is shortly coming up on our nose. Railway sort of does a curve there. That's ridiculous. I can see like where boats would be on the River Medway. I've done walks down here. That's the weird thing. I've done walks down here, and it just looks exactly like that. And you know, I'm just talking about the map. If you want to talk about the flight model, I mean, I can fly it. I haven't crashed it. That's got to be a good sign. I'd normally, I mean, just go back to my FSX videos. That was a mess. But this is a sim that's so good out the box. I feel the need to do it properly. I feel the need to do it properly, and that's what I am doing. Alright, so if we go around the corner here once more, so that's probably Wateringbury sort of area, or maybe a bit further down. I lose the what is going on in that field? The giant circle with lines through it. That's freaky. That's the sort of detail you don't really see from the ground. That is nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Ah, there's Wateringbury up there. I can see the bridge that goes over the railway there. Right, over the river, I mean. Right, I'm going to let go of the controls. I've got a VFR map open on my second monitor, but it's not tracking me, so I'm just going to tick that so it does. There we go. Got the VFR map open just so I can check to see what's on there. Although it doesn't show railway lines. It shows roads and rivers. I wish it showed railway lines, because they're handy for VFR as well. Thankfully I know where the Medway Valley line is. Pretty much off by heart. Look at this. And what goes to show as well just how quickly the River Medway is sort of thinned out. How much narrower it is here compared to where it was a few minutes ago. Yeah, it says Wateringbury. You can see the station building again. That is so cool. That is so cool. Look, all the boats that are parked up there. That's probably the wrong word for boats, isn't it? Parked up. Oh well. Just keep following the river here. Spend some time inside. I set it to an evening, so you've got the sun glaring at us. Just a few clouds. I'm not quite ready for storm chasing just yet. I mean, you know, the gusts today have been blowing blinds all over the place, you know. So, and as I said, the tree fell down, so we don't want to be we don't want to be flying in that. Not today, not today. But storm chasing would be rather cool, especially if we get. So is it the Orion? Is the an aircraft that's used a lot in storm chasing? That'd be cool. Fly into the eye of a storm and just see what happens. I'm still following the river here. So that's all good. That's all good. That's I've got to go back outside. I've got to. I think we're still following the railway. Yep. It's a bit covered in trees, but I can still see where it is. Railways are, you know, they're not. They're quite easy to find, but one thing that's also easy to find that on satellite imagery is old railways. You can often see the scars in a landscape where a railway used to be, and that's kind of sad, really. But it is just the way it is. You can see. Oh, is that a lone tree in that field there? Oh no! Can we see that? Can we see that? I don't know if we can see that. I'm just gonna tip the wing. I can't see it from here. Okay, I can't see it from here. Can we see it from outside? A bit closer. Oh, it's just two trees all by itself. Aww. Oh well. I wonder if they're really there. They could be. Not been down the Medway Valley line in like a year because of the lockdown. But what's mad is now in front of us we've got a paddock woods. That we do. And what we're going to be doing is flying essentially a straight shot along now towards Redhill. There is a little airport at Redhill, which we're going to be flying to. Because one of the best things about this as well in terms of exploration is having the entire globe on the menu to choose where you want to fly to and from. So you can just spin it, click somewhere and go, I want to fly there and explore it. That is something that I just absolutely adore. Turn around, there's paddock woods. That's incredible. Kind of falling out of the sky a little bit there. And now we're sort of on the railway line between Ashford and Redhill. It's sort of a 40 miles dead straight, and that's sort of what we're following now. So that's a nice easy visual indicator. If we just keep that. The sun's kind of ruining everything right now, but you can see the line of trees just in front of us. If we essentially follow that, that'll take us to Tunbridge and onwards to Redhill. Unless, of course, my nose covers it up, and in which case I can't see a thing. We're out climbing, so I can bring the nose down a smidge. Or just keep going outside, because that's what this is all about right now. It's about looking at the Medway Valley and beyond, because this is the southeastern main line now, essentially. Because then, of course, is the challenging bit. Once we get to Redhill, we've got to line up and land. Now, I haven't been great at landings. My landings more come down to luck. Like, I've done some terrible landings in the couple of hours I've been playing this already, but then I did the Courchevel landing challenge, and I came like 325th with a score of like 950,000 or something. It's like absolutely ridiculous. I was like over the moon with that, but it was more luck than anything else. So I managed to land okay-ish in the tutorial, so we'll see how it goes here. We'll definitely be in the cockpit for that so I can see what's going on. But whilst we're sort of level flight here, it's just the best time to have a look at the ground, see what we're going on. But also look at the sky, look at the clouds. This is medium settings, by the way. I do not have a powerful enough computer to run any higher than medium, and I have to record this at 30 frames per second. If I record it at 60, I don't have the CPU power to record and play at the same time. It's kind of mad. It's kind of mad how ridiculously intensive this game is. But it's all a good thing, because it's built for the future. Hardware in 3-5 years will eventually be able to sort of, you know, run this game at its full potential. Instead of it being sort of typical of the range now and then outdated in a few years, it's built to last, which is what you really want for a long-term platform like a flight simulator. There's 3 random lines in the ground there. Wonderful. I really hope helicopters come, because while I wouldn't do it on video because you'd all find out where I live, I just want to explore where I live in a helicopter, like really slowly, and just see what it's like. That I want to do. There's Tunbridge in the distance. See the Hastings line is coming in there. I think. Where is it? Can't quite see where the Hastings line is. It joins up there. Ah, there it is. Yeah, so it goes that way. Just going underneath our left wing. It's the Hastings line. Joins up. I swear I can see the blue of the 375 down there. I can. That's so cool. There's Tunbridge West Yards, which is just wonderful. Probably means there's some 73s in here somewhere. Just imagine, right? Imagine if they took this world, put detailed scenery on the railway lines and turned it into a global train simulator. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I imagine that's a mammoth task. It'll probably never happen, but we can dream, right? You'd never be able to build enough trains to sort of support that sort of simulator, but you could give it a go. So that was Tunbridge. So the Southeastern Main Line continues on that way up to London. So London's up there, sort of way, probably that way. And then this is the Redhill Tunbridge line. So we're on our way to Redhill. We shouldn't be too much further off our point of descent and the airport. Trying to fly downwind leg when we're facing the sun's going to be a bit of an interesting challenge, but we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. Any long-term viewers of my channel, they're going to be like, "What? You're flying a plane semi-properly?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm taking this seriously. I'm taking this seriously." And like, I'm pretty casual when it comes to stuff like this. Like, I'm not doing ATC. You'd never catch me on VATSIM because that just terrifies me. But I'll do this. You know, this is good fun. This is, and I like to keep things pure in the sense that even though there's like a time speed up thing in this, I don't really want to use it. I want to do my flights in real time, so that'll make a longer haul treks very interesting. But we'll see what happens there, I guess. Because I've got so many plans for stuff I want to do with this in terms of different flights. Like, this is definitely not going to be the first flight you see, but I'll need to think about how I do them. We're pretty much flying directly on our VFR. So I put a flight plan together, and we're pretty much following that, which is nice. We're sort of on the same. We're supposed to be flying at 275. We're flying at 273, but we're pretty much parallel to the pink line that I've set up. Look at it. It's just so good. Let's bring the drone cam out, shall we? Whilst we're sort of flying on the. We're sort of flying okay. Let's sort of bring the trim back down a tiny bit, and let's bring a bit of drone cam in. Look at that. Look at that. Let's try and get a nice. That's what you want, isn't it? That's what you want. Look at that. Look at that. But I can't see what I'm doing now. You can't fly the plane and the drone at the same time. So let's get back in, see what's going on. Wow, it stayed relatively level. We have drifted off to the left a little bit, so we're going to get ourselves back on our flight path. Facing backwards! It seems to move both the cameras at the same time. So that's good fun. Even when you're not in here, it moves it. It's the landing bit I'm terrified of, and how far away is the landing? I'd say we're about halfway between Tunbridge and Redhill at the moment. We're sort of flying directly towards the airport, which is great. There's apparently another aircraft not far away from here. Up there. Can we see him? Can we see the other plane? Could you see his lights? YouTube's compressing stuff is probably picking that up. You see him? Just at the top of the screen? That's so cool, it's another plane. I've got live traffic turned on, which is just awesome. Just awesome. Get a bit of a smooth camera action. I'm drifting so badly because I'm not actually paying attention. I'm just looking at another plane. the nose up, keep the nose up, keep the nose up. But this definitely feels like the southeast of England. Like, one of the biggest problems I had with other simulators was having to buy so many add-ons just to get the simulator up to a level of which you could sort of realistically enjoy it. Right, FSX was great for just messing about, but without the fidelity we've got here and the quality, I just couldn't take it seriously, and you'd have to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds to get it to where you want it to be. You know, buying scenery a region at a time. But this comes with everything you need. This is the best out-of-the-box flight sim experience I've ever had. And it's just going to expand from here. It's just going to expand from here. Pretty much flying straight towards the runway at the moment. I think. Because there's a 2.6. I think there's runway 2.6 and 08, I think. I think there's 8 right landing on. I think. Can't quite remember now. It's good fun. See, I'm not that great at setting these things up. Let's have a look at the map, see if it gives us any indication. And zoom in. It's just giving me a direct in. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's just so good. It's so good. And about twice as fast as any you know, train could do this. Still love trains, but I do love planes as well. Given the fact that we're not far off the airport, it shouldn't be too much longer until we join up with the Brighton main line. We shouldn't end up flying over that not too long. Not too long. And we're just skimming. We are just skimming Gatwick's airspace. That was one of the things. I was looking at this on the map and was like, oh, I don't want to start flying into Gatwick's airspace. They might start shouting at me. I've got ATC turned off, but I don't think that would stop them. I don't want to start flying into Gatwick's airspace today, especially with the gusts they're probably dealing with. So we'll steer well clear of Gatwick's airspace. But it means we've got to do our downwind on the north side of the airport, otherwise we'll end up in Gatwick's airspace, which is just great fun. This is great fun. It's just so good. Seems to be another railway line there. I think so. There's a few railways that sort of crisscross the Redhill Tunbridge line. Drifting again. Too busy looking at the scenery. I mean, that's kind of what a VFR flight is, but you know, I'm doing it from outside. Not too much further to go. I love the way it just plucks all the buildings out. This is all, you know, AI done. This isn't a photogrammetry area by any means. Isn't Southampton and Portsmouth are the only places that have got photogrammetry data in the UK so far? Sort of test beds for it? I think so. I think I can see the runway lights just on the left. I think I can, which is kind of terrifying. Sense the view. Definitely need to be visual with it before we do anything ridiculous. Sort of fly past it. Start dropping our altitude. Not too distant future. But I'm off my flight path, but it gives me a wider approach, which is what I want right now. Look at that. And this is medium. Oh, in a few years when I can bump this up to Ultra, well, I say that, if I could be bothered to pay several you know, whatever it costs to get a more expensive computer, more powerful computer. It's a lot more money, but I can't imagine this in Ultra. Also, this is the sort of, like, I want an ultra-wide monitor for this. That is all I want right now. I want an ultra-wide to take this in properly. This sun is going to make it really hard to see the airport, but it should be just off to our left. Can't quite see. I think it's the gap in the. I think it's the big green bit in front of us, but we'll soon find out. I also don't know if it's a grass strip or tarmac. We'll find out when we get there. But we'll fly along it, get ourselves going runway heading. Is that it? Is that the grass strip there? I think it might be. I can see a light flashing. That's probably the airport right there. That is definitely a grass strip. Okay. Okay. So we're going to start bringing the power down just a little bit. Keep our nose up, keep our nose up. That is definitely the runway. Okay, so we're going to fly. It's going to be quite a long final because we're still quite high. I say that. Yeah, so it's 2.6 left. And 2.6 right. I said I'd go into the right one, facing the other direction. So that's what we're going to do. Start bringing the power down. Our altitude is slowly coming down. That's it. So I want to sort of fly downwind here. I'm probably a bit too close. So we're going to sort of turn away a little bit. Again, I'm not doing this in any professional capacity. I'm taking what I learned in the tutorial and loosely applying it here. That's the very loosely. God, the sun's so bright, I can't see what I'm doing. How's that for a turn? I will do go-arounds if I have to. Let's bring in some flap. So we're going slow enough for flap now. And let's start a turn. Keep bringing the power down. I'm probably far too low. Power back up. That's it. Just keep the turn. Keep the turn. Keep the turn. We'll line ourselves up once we see it. See, I've turned way too short there. But I'll see if I can recover it. Let's bring in some more flap. I said I'd land on the right runway. This is the shortest final you've ever seen. I completely screwed it up. But it's okay. Because that's a bump in the runway. Let's try and land after that, shall we? There it is. Oh, wait, right. Oh, thankfully it's after the bump. Good. That is the shortest final anyone's probably ever done. But here we are. I'm probably way too high. But I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Welcome to Redhill. Come on, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Very late landing, but this thing could probably do it, okay? Down. We are down. Brakes. Brakes. That was not bad at all. I'm alive. I could probably use the plane again. Bring it to a stop. Clean the wing up. Let's try and turn it around on the runway here. That's it. Welcome to Redhill. That was the first sort of flight I've set up and done by myself, and it didn't go horribly wrong. That was incredible. I imagine we've got to park up over there somewhere. I don't actually know. Does the VFR map give us any indication of how the airport's laid out? No, it doesn't. It's just a patch of grass. Wonderful. I imagine it's somewhere over there. Not that it really matters. We are here. We did it. Let's just stop. Let's get the parking brake on. Can we shut it down? Isn't it if I pull the mixture controller way out? That'd kill it. Think that kills it. Yep, that looks like it's killed it. That definitely killed it. Excellent. Just thought it'd be the best way to end it off there. Oh, camera's still all wonky. Can we level the camera out? Thank you. That has been a first proper flight for me. Instead of just messing around and getting used to things, tutorials. First proper flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator. What an experience that was. Absolutely adored it. I will be doing more flights some point. I'm not going to spam the channel with this because I want to do some flights in my own time, because this is very much a relaxing thing for me. And I just want to do what feels right for me. That's what we're going to do. But that is Microsoft Flight Simulator. That was a flight from Rochester to Redhill, and I absolutely adored it. I absolutely adored it. You've got to try this. I mean, if you can, if you've got a PC that'll probably run it, pick it up on Game Pass. It's a few quids a month, and you can download this. Or if you want all the extra bits and bobs, like the 787 and some handcrafted airports, go all the way in like I did. But it's an incredible experience. That it is. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. But that has been me for today. So thank you very much for watching this one, and I will see you in the next video.